Okay, guys, what I'm about to show you right now is a little bit chaotic because I got the girls together and we had a little luncheon last week. So there's a lot of feminine energy going on in there, a lot of laughs, a lot of stories. And we're doing a really great question and answer so you can get to know everybody better. So enjoy.
Thank you, Tom. Should we greet everyone?
We should probably. Hey guys.
Hi everyone.
We're having a Valentine's lunch today.
Yes,
we are.
Yes. I'm Ann Clay. I'm here with my neighbor and friend Michelle.
Yes.
And Alice and Lady.
Hi everyone.
And we're having chili and we're having girl talk.
Girl talk.
And we're going to talk to you guys, and this will come out next Monday, right before Valentine's Day. So
Oh,
Perfect.
be perfect.
It was perfect planning.
It was perfect planning, and this was spontaneous.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect
Yes,
the
I know.
whole spread of food
I
here,
didn't
and
either.
and Michelle the
I know.
cheese.
Michelle was a beautiful child.
Wow.
She was like cheese. I said cheese and crackers, and I knew she'd come with, yeah.
I came with a bottle of soda. Now I just feel like a loser.
I came with the water for myself. That's it.
Yeah. I should have ran
I feel
around.
bad. You guys came to my house that day. You did the redo at my house.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't put out any food, and it got to be around noontime, and you guys pull out your lunch boxes, and I'm going, oh! I was so
Oh, I
nervous.
would
I
love
never
to
had
see
lunch.
that.
We had some.
But you put something out.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did. I don't know what it was, but you pulled it out.
You're being
and
too
put
nice.
It. No, you
Well,
did.
you gave us some Pellegrino.
Okay.
That's the important stuff.
That's the important stuff. Yeah.
Because I don't know if I packed my lunch.
I think you did. You pulled out. Yes, you both did.
I mean, I usually do.
I never.
I
do.
always pack a
Are you
lunch.
sure
did,
you
but
just sitting with
yes.
your little cooler with
I
prosecco
do.
in it?
No
Because
prosecco
that's what
during
you
the
come
day.
to my shop with. For
I know.
The lives.
Well, I have to.
Yeah.
But normally,
I was going to say I'll look back at the video, but we didn't video that part.
Should have.
Shut up.
when I go to my brother's, I have my little lunch that I'll pack. You know,
Right.
it's boring. This is what I eat every day:
Okay.
a wrap with
Yeah.
some turkey,
Yeah.
and usually there's a piece of fruit or an egg. That's it,
Right.
and water.
Right.
That's it.
That's very boring.
It's boring, but I'm
healthy.
okay with it.
And she's healthy.
I'm
yeah.
okay with it. But yeah, my little lunch, and when I go to Uxbridge, I pack my little lunch. When I go to school, pack my little lunch. The poor teacher.
You packed your lunch.
Did we?
Yes.
And
I don't know
Ann
much- I
didn't
don't-
though.
Maybe did you go to her house a different time that I didn't go?
No.
Yeah, she comes all the time.
I know.
Don't tell her.
You're doing things without me. Oh.
No, I think I was harassing her actually after she came and did the redo. She was offering her advice on, look for this and look for that because I was asking.
Yeah.
So then I'm on Facebook Marketplace. What do you think, Alice? What do you think about this secretary? You think this will fit?
What do you think? How old is this? What's this? What's your opinion?
This poor girl will probably wishes she never gave me her phone number.
No, not at all. Hey, we're all crazy and we all like the
Oh,
same
I
thing.
Well, I've
so
sent
it's
you
good.
a lot of pictures of things,
Yeah,
the
so-
horses lately.
Yeah,
because I knew you knew more
But
about horses.
It's not like I'm an expert. It's only just my opinion.
But you know what? You did it to yourself because you came up with the name of Ask Alice.
No,
Right.
that
But you oh. All right, so Ann did this. So
Ann
now
did.
it's like, hey, you got someone. Let's ask Alice.
Well, it just flows right off the tongue, now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I love that.
But it is
Well,
fun.
I've had a lot of people ask me, aren't you nervous when you're on the videos on YouTube? And I said, well, I was nervous the first time, but once you start talking about
You don't
something
even
you
see-
really enjoy and you really have a passion for, it just comes out. Like,
Plus, the camera's like this big.
oh yeah, Ian says to me, don't.
this
She
big.
says, don't look at
Right.
the camera. And
It's
right
not
off the bat,
like,
I'm like,
remember back in the day you had the camcorders on your
Right.
shoulder? It's like you knew it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Well, and when we started doing Ask Alice, I had the big.
You
rig,
did have
and
a
I was
bigger
like
one.
This, and
I know.
that,
Yeah.
and all these tripods, and now I'm like, la, 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 la.
so you're not even like aware of it.
No.
I don't think.
No, you guys, when you're talking, you just look at me, and you're just, you're just visiting with me.
We
well,
are.
I think you even said, don't mention what town we're in. 5 minutes, I mentioned what town we're in. I'm going, my heart's pounding.
Yeah, you want to give that a shot again? Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, let's just keep going. So when she's asked if I wanted to join in today, I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely. So I messaged her a little later. Is there something I shouldn't mention?
So one of the things being in the shop in the last couple weeks, because I don't know how many people know that we got a couple feet of snow.
Yeah.
And it's just been so cold.
It is.
This is an extremely cold winter here in New England. And
Yep.
so you got it both. You got the cold and the snow.
Yep.
And women are coming in and some are miserable and, you know, because now they're getting bored and it's kind of cold. Like we were saying, like you've been staying home a lot.
Yeah.
Alice and I force ourselves to get in the car, warm it
wanna
up,
be
go
home.
out. And they've been talking. What do you do during the dead of winter to keep yourself going or keep yourself busy? And what do you do in New England in February? And that's been like the topic with a lot of the women.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know if you're a football fan, Patriots are going
Patriots.
to the
That's
Super Bowl.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's
Yeah.
Sundays.
Some people love it and some people hate it.
Winter.
You know? Yeah.
Super
Like
Bowl.
I don't mind.
Oh, I guess. There's another topic. Yeah. Well,
I don't mind the winter. I mean, the snow's really pretty when it comes down, as long as you're done shoveling
Right.
and it's off the roads. We New Englanders, we're like out the next day. It's not like
yeah.
we're housebound. So I just kind of do all the same things I do
Yeah.
all the rest of the
Yeah.
year.
See, I don't. I am out here in the country.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the country too. But, you know, we've got the 3 dogs. You
Yeah.
have to track through the snow every time they have to go out.
Plus, you
which
guys are
is-
chopping wood,
Yeah.
right? And all of
chopping
that.
3 times a day. And so he has shoveled all the way to the wood pile. He shoveled around so the propane guy could come. He shoveled to feed the chickens. You know, like
Yeah,
there's-
it's a whole
and-
different-
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I have stuff I want to bring to the barn, but I can't bring it to the barn because, you know, there's just so much snow. And so it's in rooms, and I'm just like,
You know what
Yeah.
you need to do
Yes.
is you need to watch some auctions. Those are always fun. Online ones.
I am
haven't
trying to get
done
rid
that
of
yet.
stuff. Maybe I should have an online. auction.
Well, I think, was it last week? Yeah, I did. I watched one. So I did buy a couple, you know, of lots of things. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'll have enough for the next live.
okay, so you're shopping.
I'm
Not only-
shopping.
did you buy anything for yourself or are you shopping to sell?
I don't know. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. I'll wait and see when I get all the stuff and see if there's anything. Because sometimes I'll say, oh, well, I like this, but maybe I'll take this from my house.
Do you
So you-
still have your consignment area?
I do.
So do you buy for that as well?
I do. We were talking about that on the way down. It's just getting harder to find things, and I don't want to totally deplete my house because I do take things from my house.
Well, my mother collected antiques since I was a young girl, but she wasn't into certain antiques, and she loved vintage. She loved anything that was an advertisement, whether it was ephemera or old box of soap, or and so that kind of thing is kind of new to me. So I feel like he didn't come out and tell me that it's basically a reproduction, but it was an older reproduction.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I was showing Ann right in the middle of our video, and I opened it up, and she goes, "Oh, that newspaper looks so, like, recent." And then I happened to look down because it was dated. It's a Worcester newspaper,
Right.
and it was dated 19 something.
1790.
Oh, 1790. You're right. But I saw the same part of the newspaper on the bottom and the same part of it on the top, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And when she talked about the condition of the inside, I'm like, okay, I think I just got snowed, but that's all right.
That's all right. Because I think, Ann, did you bring the box to me? You brought the box.
Yes, she
to me.
brought it.
I did.
And I go, it's a very nice box, you know. And again, it's a learning thing.
That was a
And
good
it's
learning
okay. And it's
experience.
okay. 'cause
I've had a couple of
We've all
doozies.
done it.
Well, and
Or
I
all
just
paid
bought
more?
how many horses? 4 or 5 from an estate. And when you're moving quickly through an estate, you don't have time to examine every little thing.
Right.
Horses are very popular in the shop anyway, but it took Alice to say, okay, well, that's a high-end repro. They charged a little too much for it, but I still liked it. It's something different for the store.
And
so
the thing is, if you
it
group it,
happens.
you group it with that and then divide it. So maybe you make some on the
Exactly.
other and a little
Yeah.
bit less, but overall you maybe made your profit. So that's how I
Right.
look at it. You know?
True. Well, it wasn't anything I was going to sell, but I could sell that if I wanted to. But I I do love it. It's a little bigger. Once I got home and brought it in the bedroom, because that's where I bought it for, because it's blue and it's in the blue bedroom, and I was like, oh, this is massive.
But you can store things in it,
Oh, yeah.
and you can put it up high.
Up high.
Right? So
Yeah.
maybe that doesn't stick out. So you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And then put other old ones around it. No one will know.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
That's how you start your
Yep.
collection.
Okay, ladies, I was
Yeah.
organized this time.
Yes.
I'm coming with questions.
Perfect.
my.
Everybody is gonna want to know the answers to.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
All
All
right.
right, we're all gonna get our turn. Answering
Okay.
these questions.
Okay.
All right.
We'll start with Lainey and work around. Okay?
Okay.
This is the first question. What makes a house feel loved and not decorated? Like when you walk into a home and you instantly feel at ease, what's causing that to happen? What's doing that?
I think having my family there, coming home, I'm just me. I don't have to pretend I'm somebody else or worry about my hair or anything. It's just, I walk through the door, and that too, and smelling the food, like if they're already cooking, knowing, okay, it's already started, my family's there. That was the first thought that came to my mind recently in the winter.
Wow. That's nice.
Very nice.
I don't care if the salt on the floor that's dragged in and all the boots lined up, the coats, the mittens. I'm coming into some
Everything look
stuff.
rustic.
Yeah, it's all there lately. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll just throw the bag down and go on in. And okay, we're eating, you know. So I guess just I don't know. Did I describe it right? That
did.
That feeling of the family being.
That's how you feel.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. How about you, Alice?
So, well, I never have any family there.
Oh,
Because, you know, I just have Wes there most of the time.
my family loved me too, but lately I've had a lot of
I
family.
got no
like, come home to
grandkids,
eat.
no kids there, you know. But for me, when especially like if we're down at the Cape and I come home, I walk and it's just a feeling. I get the feeling. It's darker. It's not as bright, but it's like it's just a feeling, and I feel that it's me. You know,
Exactly.
it's just a feeling for me when I walk in. I go, oh, I just love being here. It's just something, I don't know what it is, but it's a feeling.
Well,
for
you've
me.
picked all your environment around you. You've decorated everything.
But I go, this
so
is
it's what-
this is who I really am. The Cape is another Alice.
Okay.
You know, a different
different
Alice.
style.
Different. But
Yeah.
this is like where I just am so comfort. I'm comfortable there when I just walk in. It's very comfortable. The colors, everything old around me. That's the feeling, the love of all the old around me.
The old around you.
The old around
I
me.
like that.
Yeah.
See, and I don't have a family there. No. Well, the antiques are my family.
The antiques are your family.
That's not
You
a
have
bad.
a big family.
That's not a bad thing.
She has a lot of visitors. I don't even
Oh,
want to
I'm
hear
sure
this.
she
Every time
does.
I'm driving by, I'm looking, who's on the porch now? So yeah, she's surrounded by people constantly.
Well, down the Cape.
Yeah.
Or down the Cape, yeah. But my house, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's like I've always, like, you've heard the story of how I came to be there, and that's just how I feel. That's where I need. That's where I need to be.
That's where you
where I
belong.
am. That's where I belong. Yep.
Nice.
How about you, Michelle?
Well, I feel the same way. I think family is really important. And Ron and I just got married in May. We've been together 18 years. We finally got married, and the kids pushed us to make it sooner than later, which was wonderful. And we got married in the backyard.
So you're a honeymooner, right?
Yes, yes.
No wonder you're so
It's so
full of.
romantic.
Oh my God! It's so romantic. This is your first Valentine's.
Yes,
Being
it was
married.
First Christmas, first everything this year.
Oh wow! You better make
Yep.
reservations for
We'll
somewhere.
probably spend it at home next to the fireplace, playing
Okay.
playing Scrabble or Rummy. That's another story. But yeah, so the kids, we talked about getting married, you know, over the years, and we talked about getting married in the backyard and having a wedding, nothing real big, just the kids, and then we decided, oh, let's just get married at the town hall. We'll just get married and then have a little dinner afterwards, and especially his kids, but my kids as well. Oh, no, 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 you're not doing that. So I was like, okay. So we did. We got married in the backyard, and
I bet it was
everything.
I bet it was gorgeous.
Most of the decorations I got on Facebook Marketplace. Like the arbor was, I'm getting off the subject here, but I'll get back on. The arbor I was made out of barn beams that someone put together for their wedding and sold it. And so it's still in the backyard. I love it. I don't think it'll ever come down.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's under this big, massive oak tree in the backyard. That's got to be at least 200 years old, I'm guessing. So that in itself is comforting when you come home to just pull up the driveway, see that arbor still there, knowing, and just remembrance of the day. We've only been in our home, it'll be 3 years this July. Okay. But we moved there a year after my mom passed, and my mom's always collected antiques. And so my house is, a lot of her things are at my house. So I'll walk in the door, my eye will go to this or that, and I see her, and I see her, and it's comforting. Also, I've done a lot of research on the property, not just our home, but the property, who's lived there over time. And it has gone back to the very first farm was before 1718, right where my house is. And which I thought it was a little later than that. My house was built around 1800, not 1820, 1800. And like Greg says, so I've done a lot of research on who's lived there. And so when I walk in, they come to my mind, like, you know, especially this time of year, what would they have been doing right now, a day like today? What would they have been doing during the storm we just had? You know, so that's all comforting. And we had a modern colonial up in Gardner where we lived before we moved here. And now this being an older colonial, I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, you just know.
You just
know.
Yeah.
You have the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the feeling. Yeah.
It really is. I never thought.
You
that
probably
I'd
had
be
that
where I am.
feeling when you came to this house.
I had that
and-
feeling when I came to this house.
Yeah.
It was like I was transported back to a time that was simpler.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I crave, that
Yeah.
simplicity.
Yeah.
So then I decided to make it complicated.
Because we do that,
Yeah.
of course.
And then I make it simple again, and then I make it complicated again, and that just cycle goes on and on. Every January I start simplifying. Every fall I get complicated again. So
And I love reading. Oh,
Transitions.
what's Ann doing now?
I know.
She's
I
always
know.
doing something.
Well, you know, for instance, we're sitting here and there's black. I painted this whole room black. And for me, that was comfort. Like, I would be like you, Lainey, if my family was there, I'm just so good. I love
And I'm sure there's other things. I don't know why that just came to my mind. Was the smelling of the
Yeah.
food and the kids being there lately. But I was very busy through the whole holiday. So I think this was a time that things slowed down a little bit. We've had a very busy January, but I actually got to breathe a little bit.
Right.
And to think about the family, and I guess, and I'm going on a big family trip next week. It's the first time that I travel out of the country with my grandchildren, so I think they've been on my mind.
Everyone's
with
going.
you.
I'm taking them home with me, both
Yeah.
of my daughters and the grandchildren, Tim, and we're heading down to Aruba, and
You'll love it.
We need grandchildren. Ann and I need them
This
because
is
it's
my
a.
grandchild right here.
I'm still holding out hope, but
I know. I can't even hold
you know, it's like,
I don't know how much relaxing time I'll actually get, but you know, I'll be the one, you know, diving in, playing, you know, all the stuff that I'll have to send a picture.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
post a picture
I
of
can
Lainey
see
in
you under the
Aruba.
divvy tree. They grow into the wind.
Yes, yeah. So this will be my 21st time going
Oh, really?
to Aruba.
Oh, wow.
I don't have a timeshare. I just seem to like it there. And my friend Karen, who's in the shop with us, is actually there, and her birthday's on Valentines.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't actually know I'm going yet.
Wow.
So I will find her and we'll take her out for her birthday.
Nice.
So I got all these plans, and
And hopefully
Nice.
you relax a little.
I'm gonna try to
That's
relax.
That's
with my
important.
My questions just went.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
It's a sign. Okay. Next question.
All right.
This is about objects we keep for emotional reasons and not practical ones. What is something in your home you'd never get rid of, even if it's impractical?
Well, I have a blanket. I bought at auction. It was Whitey's auction out in Uxbridge. And I got it at Christmas. It has a unicorn on it.
Oh, that's so
It's gray and like a light blue because it's been washed so many times, and the blanket comes out in the winter a lot or when I'm sick, and I had a sinus infection, and Tim has made comments like, "You've had this forever, but it's comfort to me." And when all things go wrong,
You
I
go
ju-
get your blanket.
I get the blanket, and it's it's not like a little child's blanket. It's probably like a throw or something,
I'm going to call you Linus.
and I've traveled with it. It's gone on many airplane trips with me, and so I think that was the first object that came to mind. Now it's not an antique, which probably everybody thought maybe I'd say if it wasn't, but maybe it's not the best blanket. It's not a electrical blanket, but it's memory to me, and for some reason it's got a lot of history. And I don't think I can part with the blanket.
The blanket's staying.
The blanket's staying, even if Tim has to go.
Even if Tim has to go. Well, if Tim disappears, you have a blanket.
no romance if Tim goes.
I mean, if I could announce now, if something happens to me, they could just bury me with the blanket, I guess.
Give Lady the blanket.
Yeah, they'll find my ashes in some jug in someone's house. But I'm remembering Lisa's home with the ashes that we just did.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people have commented on that video. If you haven't seen that video, you need to watch the L-shape salt box. And,
We won't ruin it.
Yeah, to be continued. So anyway, I come up with the blanket.
All right, so I'm like, well, I don't know. I like all my antiques. I can't part with any of them.
And they're not practical, most of them.
And they're not no, they're not practical. But I also have totally refined the collection. So anything I thought might not be as practical, I try to get rid of. I could get rid of the TV easily,
Really?
and that thing in the ceiling with the projector.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of all of that stuff.
We
in that
hope
room.
Wes isn't listening
No,
right
no,
now.
he
Okay.
doesn't. But I'm like, sometimes I just hate the thing, So it's probably impractical.
I love how we both
To
picked
get-
something that's not antiques.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't even go there.
We're not getting rid of our antiques.
Antiques.
No way. But the TV could go. I mean, Wes is thinking of 100-inch TV, and I'm like, oh God, no.
But this is about what couldn't go that you care about.
Oh yes, what couldn't
This is
go?
not.
Sorry,
this
yeah,
is stuff that should go.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so the question is again. Tell me again now.
It's-
What?
What?
I was listening
What's
to
in
you.
your
What is
home?
the thing in your home
Yes.
that you would not part with, even if it's impractical? Oops.
It's a tough question. She really gave
hard,
this
isn't it?
thought, huh?
This is hard.
That I wouldn't part.
Do you want to go after me?
I'm speechless.
That's hard.
Well, it's hard because
don't
we're
know.
trying to
I'm
think
try-
of something antique or something.
Right, and I couldn't come up with something. I just
Something
knew
that
that,
I-
I couldn't part with the blanket when I was put on
Yours
the
was
spot.
good.
I
Yours
mean,
was
right.
good.
there are things that my mother, but I don't know that it's impractical, but my mother has made a pillow that's not. I would never get rid of that pillow because that's her.
Uh-huh.
But is that impractical? I don't know. But there are certain things that maybe aren't my style, so to speak,
Okay.
that
Yeah.
my mother
Yeah. That
made.
makes-
I can't part with,
Right.
even
Okay.
though it's
That makes sense.
might not be my style. I
Got
just
it.
couldn't.
That
you know.
works, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Michelle?
Well, I'm lucky because I come after you, girls, so you're giving me ideas.
Yeah, notice how they start with me.
But now I'm
Girl, yeah.
I'm in the middle, so I'm good.
So I do have a piece of clothing that I bought. It's not an antique, but Ron, every time I wear it, it's a sweatshirt that has skulls all over it. And
I didn't
time
expect this.
I
at all.
wear it. Ron's like, that is not you. What even made you buy that? I said, I don't know it. Bought it at Walmart. And I happen to be walking through the clothing department. I just happen to see it. It's just this brown sweatshirt with a hood. And it's oversized. And I love it. I wear it a lot. And even when his kids come over, they're looking at me like, this is not you. But
Interesting.
I don't care if there's holes in it. I wear it all the time. But that's just a piece of clothing. But I do have the crib that my mom and dad had for all four of us growing up. I still have it. And it's all taped together with a big sheet around it. And that's all taped. And every time I go down the basement, which is getting more and more cluttered, we have to move that to get by stuff.
So it's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain in the butt.
yeah.
And
But it's never going.
Ron says, can we get rid of this? Absolutely not. I even have our little card table that we had in our bedroom, because there was 4 of us, with all the 4 chairs from the it was late 60s actually. It's the big green and pink flowers on the card table. I still have that all taped up. I can't, there's no way.
So if you part with that, you're going to part with the memory, is basically what the problem
Exactly.
is here. Yeah.
Because when you
yeah.
see it, all these memories just come floating to your head. And the older you get, the more you cherish those memories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's those things. I don't think anything that I have that's really antique, other than something that was my mother's that she kept on her mantle. It is the ugliest thing. It's it's made out of I think it's plaster, and I don't really know how old it is, but it's 7 different monks. I don't know where it came from. I don't even want to look it up because it's ugly. But she had it on her mantle in her living room for years, and I hated the thing. Well, no one wanted it after my mom passed, and we were cleaning the house out, and I said, I'll take that. Maybe it's worth something. I'll sell it on eBay. Well, it is cracked in a couple places, but so as soon as we moved into the house, that happened to be one of the first things I unpacked. So I put it right on the mantle. Ron's like, are you really going to keep that there? And I said, well, it belonged to my mother. I said, I don't know. We'll see. He says, I don't like that thing. And I think we talked about that in one of my videos. So I put it inside the cabinet above the mantle. So when we
So it's
open
still
it,
there. Yeah.
Right.
I think that things that the very few things that I have of my mother's would be the things that have that feeling attached. And even though I love all my antiques, when I part with them,
Yeah.
it's okay. I don't feel like, well, sometimes I think, well, what if, no, I don't want to say, what if the house burned down? I lost everything. How would I
Right.
not that I want that to happen, but so I don't think I attach my feelings to every single antique like the things of my mom's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think for me, it's it's something that was my grandparents. They used to play these things called the sweet potatoes. And they're these little clay things that are like whistles. And they'd play them. And I even have a tape I heard the other day of my grandpa and grandma playing.
Cute.
Okay. Just, okay. Now we have to know. Because my brother just sent it to me the other day. And it's so, just for a little teeny, so you hear what they sound like.
Are they black?
They can be black or blue.
Okay.
Mine are kind of blue, and they played it on we used to send this is when long distance was too expensive, so you didn't call. My parents lived far from my grandparents, and the different siblings lived far away. So they'd have a cassette tape, and they'd fill up the cassette tape, put it in the mail, send it to someone. They'd fill it up, send it to the next person. Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so they were doing that, and we have a pile of those. And my brother taped them over onto his computer, and he sent it out the other day. And it was so interesting because, where is it? Now, where is it?
Well, and it brought back a memory for you.
It brought back a memory, and they were playing it on the tape. And, okay, sorry guys, this is dead air time, but it's here. I know it is.
Well, between that and the skulls, it's a great Valentine show.
Maybe it's okay. I bet you it's under this one. Maybe he sent it to the whole family and not just the. Okay, sweet potatoes. Here we go.
So those you're never giving away.
I'm never giving those.
Never
away.
giving those
I'm
away.
never giving
They
those.
played
away.
them pretty good, too.
Yeah.
They played them pretty good. And then my grandma, what happens then is.
You just tell it just makes her so.
That's her voice.
We were practicing our sweet potatoes the other day, and then we decided that seeing we're practicing anyway, we just record a couple songs for you.
Isn't that sweet?
That's so sweet that you
grandma.
have her voice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you know how many people would pay
You know how many people would
money
dive
to
for
hear
that?
someone's voice again?
Yes.
Whether it's a spouse, a best friend, a grandparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very special
Yeah.
gift
Isn't
right
that
there.
It's
special?
so special.
And it's funny because my grandma was a talker. Like she talked and talked and talked. And I remember going to church with her and she'd see people and she'd go walking toward them and they'd see her coming and they'd be like, you know,
Really?
yeah, because my grandma, I loved her, but she just never stopped talking. And so here, even on this, she's like saying, well, we went to the ministers' convention and we were each allowed to bring a
But
thing.
you can turn her
What
off.
is this? Yes, but when I was listening to that, I was zoning out. And she died when Cammie was 2 and she's 30, so 28 years ago.
Wow.
And we were so close. But as she started going to that story, I was like, you'd think I'd be nostalgic and go, Grandma, instead of like, oh God, I can't listen to this.
Well, you did for a while, but then.
Yeah. But anyway,
But
it's
that's a nice.
those sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Impractical,
Yep.
but a
Yep.
great memory. Speaking of Cammie, hi, honey.
Hey, Cammie.
So just don't bang into any cord because you'll unplug us and it'll all be over. We've had quite the time. Okay. Hey, can you get me a seltzer water though? Just
You can meet me halfway.
I'll do it.
thank you.
Knocking over a corner.
And Ann can look at the next question.
Oh yeah, the next question. Okay, next question.
Because I need about 10 seconds to think of an answer here.
I
'cause I'm on the
almost sent you
spot.
guys the questions ahead of time, and I thought, well, that's no fun.
I can
you
see.
want us to be
Don't
unprepared
Yeah.
and something
it's better to
speechless.
stump
What
you.
can Lainey come up with this time?
You know what's really funny is here we have all these questions, and no one really cares really about their antiques.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
You know, we're known for.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody really cares. Okay. Number 3, how women historically created warmth with very little. So they didn't have all this stuff we have way back when.
sounds like
So
college.
what do you think women a few hundred years ago did to make life feel celebratory? Like how did they mark the seasons or love or community without all that stuff?
Well, I guess it would probably be the warmth in the bedroom.
Yeah, but they shared bedrooms.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
They all went in
Oh,
one
they
bed.
all
They
did.
all
They
went.
did.
You know, they fell
They had to
asleep
stay
at
warm.
some point.
That's all right. They snuggled.
They snuggled. I'm gonna let Alice go
Okay.
first because I don't really
All right,
understand
so-
the question.
So, all right. So for celebrations, well, let's just jump back to Christmas.
Okay.
They got to put some to make it celebratory. I would say they would get some naturals,
Naturals, that's
and
what I
put them
was going
around. Get the nice scent. Again, they celebrated Christmas a lot different, but it was more of a change of a season. And I don't know. I think that if they could make something very, very small, a personal item for somebody, I think they would do that because there weren't a lot of gifts.
Right.
So I think even if it was something, just a memento, something very, very small, I think maybe at Christmas, something like that. Food, I don't know, because sometimes there wasn't a lot to work with food. But I'm guessing that if there was something special or they saved something, maybe that's the time they might use it at that special occasions, maybe.
I got mine for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day now.
That's what, because, right, they didn't have a lot of stuff.
Yes, Alice is right, and that's
You know.
the question because they don't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
back
Right.
So
So
I
my-
think they would, hold on, I'm not done yet.
there. Got all excited about
Okay,
this.
all right.
Lady Kim.
But I mean, I just think that if they had, like even like little scraps from, say, rug making or whatever, they would save them and then make something very special.
Special, you're right.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
Go ahead, Lainey.
I'm
Your
going with the
birthday.
romance for Valentine's.
Okay.
Back in the day, there
Okay,
was
wait.
not a lot of stuff.
They didn't have Valentine's Day back in the day. 'Cause
They
that's a
did.
Hallmark celebration,
Is it?
isn't it?
Well, no, you have to look it up.
I mean,
His
there's
name was
Saint Valentine's, right?
Yes, and he was in prison, and he was sending his love note to his girl because they were going to kill him. That's how Valentine's actually started. So I think we need to do the history on that
I think
one.
we do.
All right.
So let's go back to the
Okay.
1800s, and there's not a lot around. So I guess they would carve the heart in the tree and put their initials in the tree. That's how that started. And Saint Valentine drew the heart. And that's how that started, because it originated from somewhere, the symbol.
And you know, you see a lot of, not to interrupt you,
No,
but,
it's all right. I did too.
but you know, you'll see heart shapes made in ordinary objects, and maybe that was a sign. Like, say if a husband was making an object, an ordinary object, he would put that heart, he would cut it out. I know you've all seen
This
the
has
pictures.
gone back to hundreds of years,
Yeah.
girls.
Well, the heart
As
was a
a
very
affection.
old symbol.
It's a
right?
very
Yes.
old symbol. The heart, yeah.
That
It's
is
in
so sweet.
crests. It's in everything. I think we need to do more research on that. And oh yeah, you're talking to the big romantic here. So also that, like, for Valentine's Day or their special day, it doesn't have to be, let's say Valentine's. It could be an anniversary, and there's not a lot. They could do the food, someone's special bread, or whatever the gentleman or the wife likes to eat, and then finding the special spot, maybe in the woods or a picnic. This is what they would do: the romantic walk or under a willow tree.
Kept it simple.
Kept it very simple.
Very simple.
So,
That's so nice.
so that's what I'm going with today.
Okay, that's good. How about you, Michelle?
Well, I mean, I agree with everything you've said. Like I said, I'm kind of new at all this colonial thinking in my mind with the decorating our farmhouse. But I think based on things I've watched over the years, and there were different times of the colonial period. The earlier period, people just had the basics and the
That's right.
necessities. But as time went on, people got a little bit more wealthy and had more money to play with. So in my mind, I'm thinking, especially the women, they would maybe take a shirt, that any piece of clothing that is no longer usable, keep those scraps and make a quilt. I used to be a quilter, don't have the room anymore, but and make a quilt for one of the children or their husband, and have it be a surprise. Even having neighbors over for someone's to celebrate, who knows, something that's going on with their family, have them over and share a meal. I know back in the day, I had read, I think one of the books you recommended, Anne, that the little fireplace next to the fireplace that you would bake pies in.
Beehive oven.
The beehive oven. Here we go. The age is coming through. So the beehive oven, once a woman would heat up that beehive oven, it would stay hot for a couple of days. So she would notify her neighbors to let them know that I've got my beehive oven going. If you're going to be baking pies, bring them over, or what have you. And they would share the heat from that beehive oven. And you really have to love your neighbor to be able to want to have them come over and share.
I just think it was just simple little things.
Simple little
things to
Yes.
show the love of neighbor.
A birth of a child too, like you said.
Or even
You
like
could
a
use
Being
wedding.
there and helping them,
Yep.
and then
A
giving them
wedding.
a meal, or how they all get together.
Yes.
They'd all bring their little basket,
Yeah.
all get together at someone's field, or raising a barn, or
And it was also a sense of community for them, because there wasn't probably a lot of time to socialize. So I think they probably also looked forward to those times as well.
They were isolated.
They
like,
were.
like we are.
I mean, they basically
Yeah.
spent, they basically spent their whole time trying to survive and
Yes.
eat and keep warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna find out the beginning of Valentine's Day. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. It didn't start as a sweet love story.
No.
In ancient Rome, mid-February was the time of Lupercalia, a rough, rowdy fertility festival.
Oh my.
Oh,
Those Romans.
it's getting racy here. It involved
Leave it up
Get
to those
this.
Italians.
pairing men and women by lottery,
Oh, that's wrong.
celebrating
That's wrong.
celebrating fertility, survival, and the coming spring, and very little sentimentality. And it was about life continuing, not romance. That's where it started. And then when Christianity spread, the church did what it often did. It absorbed and rebranded the holiday. So then we get Saint Valentine. There were several men named Valentine that were all martyred. another bad thing, right?
Yeah.
The most enduring legend is that Valentine was a priest who secretly married couples at a time when marriage was banned for young soldiers because the state believed unmarried men fought better. So this priest secretly married them. So he became a symbol of choosing love over authority. But that got lost. Now we don't think about that. So then romance enters the picture, Lainey, in the Middle Ages. That's when people believed that birds began mating around February 14, and the day marked a start of pairing, courtship, and choosing. So poets like Chaucer tied Valentine's Day to devotion, longing, choosing one another, affection, and connection. And early American Valentine's Day, it was quiet, it was homemade, it was about friendship and affection, not passion. People exchanged handwritten notes, poems, and small tokens. So that's what it's about, choosing connection, not expensive or performative or perfect gifts. And so that matters today because, according to ChatGPT, it's always been about defiance of coldness, seasonal, political, emotional. In that sense, what you're doing today is gathering women, sharing a meal, laughing. And this is why this is Valentine's Day right here.
That's exactly
Because
right.
Yes.
That's
Snow is outside, it's cold, and life is hard, and we're gathering together for connection and
It's
devotion.
definitely a tough
Absolutely.
time during the year.
Yes, because
It is.
it is. You're right. It's cold and it gets dark early, and
Yeah.
you stay in more. So
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you for going over it again for me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, next question. Oh, we kind of answered it, but let's answer it anyway. Why does gathering still matter, even when it's simple? So why do sharing meals make us feel grounded? What's so great about what we're doing right now?
Because I couldn't survive without it. It's like taking a very religious person, a priest, and taking the Bible away from him or something. I can't live without my friends and family. I wouldn't be who I am today. And that's not even touching on romance. That's just
that's a whole other video.
Yeah, that's and I mean, I didn't even touch on romance with antiques yet. That's what I've been thinking about all day today. You know, how do you romance an antique? And because we have such passion for antiques.
But you have more passion for people.
I do. People over antiques for sure. But yeah, it's like you wouldn't be able to breathe without them. It's like taking the air away from you.
Yeah.
So that's my answer on that.
Wow.
That's a hard one to top.
I know.
But I think we all. She's going, yep, that's right. I can hear her now. Well, I think, especially women just need women to laugh, share feelings, share our deepest thoughts, feel that connection,
Oh yeah.
laughter. I mean,
Yeah.
I just think we connect that way. And like you said, women need women. We need our friends.
Yes.
Because I don't know it would be what kind of a world if you couldn't do that.
A gray world, I
connect.
think. Gray
You know?
comes to my mind. The color gray, just dull.
And afterwards you feel so good, and that feeling you keep it for days, you know? So I think it's just, again, the connection, the laughter, the sharing stories, sharing common things that we feel in our hearts, all of that.
Love it. Michelle?
I think good friendships are forever. I mean, I feel like I've got
Exactly.
some friends that I know I'm going to have forever. And that's just such a comforting, oh my God, comforting feeling. But I have two sisters. One's older, one's younger. And I call us womb friends. I mean, I was right in that room right after my older sister, and my youngest sister was right in after me. And we are best friends. Thank God. And I have a brother that keeps us all grounded, which is wonderful. And my mother wouldn't have had it any other way. And, but I have, a lot of friends that I've had since high school and a couple from early elementary. Sometimes I don't see them for 4 or 5 years. We get
That
together and
doesn't
it's like
matter,
no
right?
time.
Doesn't
It's like,
matter.
yes, it
That's
was like
the
it's
thing.
yesterday.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
just
amazing
pick
how
up.
that can start from age 5 and on.
Yeah.
and I've told this story a million times. I feel like Anne is one of my newest dear friends, and I started watching her channel several years ago, and I stumbled across her channel, and right from the beginning, I just felt this connection with her, not just the decorating, and but her and Tom together, her home and everything. Little did I ever think we'd end up being neighbors or being on a video.
Right?
So to
I
me,
know.
this is a new
Yeah.
friendship that's blossomed that, I hope stays forever, So
I hope so
it's-
too.
it's- So thank you very much.
I love that. Well, I think so. This happened because Lainey called me yesterday, and our home tour that we were going to do today fell through. And we were talking about it, and then I was saying, yeah, I got out to go do a grooming, but I haven't left the house in weeks. And I always notice that in January I just kind of hibernate, and I don't want to go out, and I start getting down. Like I need people.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, I had a good friend who lived in San Diego. Oh my gosh. Like what a great place to have a good friend, right? And so every February I would get on the plane and I'd go to her house for 3 weeks. And we'd be on the beach, and I'd usually get there and I'd be a mess. And in about 2 hours at the pool, I was great, So it's that whole seasonal affective stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so then when Lainey and I were talking, I said, well, I wanted to get everyone together here. And then I said, oh, well, you two, I knew you were already free because you were going to go on the home tour.
Yeah.
And Michelle, she's good old buddy convenient right down the street.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure. She's like, yeah, I'll come.
Yeah.
But that, Lainey, was like what I needed. Like even your phone call, I felt better. Like I felt better, like I was a person on this earth again, and not just wandering through the gray winter of snow and cold, because it's it's been so cold.
That is so
Yeah.
funny that you bring that up, because that is exactly what happened to me yesterday. It's probably the same time.
Really?
Yeah, I was sitting on my computer, and I don't usually get the blues. And I woke up yesterday, and I just felt kind of off, kind of melancholy. And I'm like, this isn't me. Why do I feel like this? So, I'm trying to, I've been full of more energy lately, just eating better. And so my brother called me. Well, we got laughing, joking, talking, got off the phone, and I'm walking around the house with this big smile on my face. And then Ann sends me the message, do you want to come over and do this? I'm like, well, this day just flipped right around.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Oh, good. Good. That always helps. Well,
It does.
it
really
does. I mean, hearing Lady's voice on the other end, it was
yeah.
like, oh, and then I was happy again. You need
And we just
people.
sometimes we just start brainstorming, like,
Yes.
oh, we should do this, and I'm coming up with different ideas, and she's like, yeah, and then this could happen, and we should do a friend thing, and I don't know,
And here we are.
all it does is it takes an idea and a little brainstorming, and that's how things happen.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. All right, here's the next question. What are you craving right now? And I don't mean by buying what you're craving, but what kind of maybe feeling or sensation, or it could be an object. What do you crave right now?
So, I was saying comfort and support from mostly my husband, because it's been a little downtime, and I had the cataract surgery, and then I got a sinus infection, and I didn't do too well with the surgery. So I got a little depressed, and so I needed comfort. I needed it to come back to me, because I feel like I give it all the time, and I just needed that. And nothing about romance. I needed my best friend there for me.
Yeah.
You needed something for you.
Yep, and we talked about Bridgerton being on. So he just said he knew I was down, and he's like, let's go down and watch a couple episodes of Bridgerton. I'm like, who is this man? Let's go. So we got the blankets out, and probably my snuggle blanket that I talked about here today. And he hasn't watched season 1. We're on season 4, and he watched the 2 first episodes.
Is he loving it?
He's like, what's going on here a lot? But he did it. He was a good sport for me, and I needed that right now. And like I said, I've been craving the winter food and comfort food, but I needed something beyond that. I just needed comfort and to be held, and to let me know that it was going to be okay.
That's
So it's taken a little longer for my eye to adjust. They're saying it's going to get better as I go, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and we'll go from there like I do everything else.
That's right. That's what we do.
Yep.
wow.
So
What do you crave?
So I must have been craving you guys because
Oh.
it's such a good feeling. You feel good, like things that are bothering you or they just go away. And I guess what I'm craving is a little bit of peace and downtime because my schedule's so crazy busy and I'm all over the place. And I think it's being the winter that affects it. But you know what? I think I just needed you guys mostly, to just get everything out,
someone to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. Because we do get so busy, we go so in our own schedules and running around and doing, I guess I just need a downtime day every so often, just to stay in my pajamas and waste time. And that's just not me. So I don't know if I'll ever get that, but
Well,
we can try.
Alice, if you're saying that you need it, then you need to make Alice time.
I know.
Something
But
for
you know what happened is I'll say and I'll take a little and then I'm like, but then I need to do this, I don't know.
Do you feel guilty when you take downtime?
I
No,
don't.
okay.
No, it's just that I'm thinking of other things as the downtime that I should do
Right,
or
you
could
gotta
do,
block that out.
or it could also be a creative thing too. Sometimes I just need to go into a creative zone, that have the time to create.
And we definitely know that feeling. I feel
know,
like, yeah.
and
when
you're
you
and
get
you
going,
are in
you're
a
on
zone.
it.
You
Yeah.
are, and time just goes. It's like the day's over,
Yes.
and you haven't finished your
I
thing.
love that zone.
It's
Well, hello,
a great
January's
zone.
already gone. We can complain about how
I
cold
know.
it is, but boom, we're already in February.
Yeah.
February 2026.
And
yeah.
once March comes, well, we're on the down,
Yes.
Right.
and it's lighter out. So,
My least favorite month.
but I don't want the humidity. So there's that.
always a
There's
yeah,
that.
don't even worry about that.
That right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So-
How about you, Michelle?
Well, right now this time I love the winter because it I'm able to do things that I'm not able to do during the summer because I love being out, although I hate the humidity and it slows me down. But I don't mind the winter, and I love winter. Being home because I'm retired, so I used to be like you, Alice. Go. My job was
Yeah.
very stressful.
Well, I don't have a job, and I go.
Well, I
do have a couple of jobs. Sorry, I do have. a
yeah,
couple
my
jobs.
actual job was just so stressful. I mean, I went to work every day in tears.
Oh.
The last 5 years, I went from school-based physical therapy to to home care, and I got laid off during COVID. And when COVID cleared a little bit, they had me come back, and I worked 2 weeks, and I said, no, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I have my own business on eBay, and I work it when I want to work it. So I don't have that kind of stress.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. But what I'm craving in the winter is creativity, like you were saying, because I love to do paper crafts, and I have a craft room that really should be a bedroom. Well, it is a bedroom, but it's my craft room. So I love to go in there. And some days I go in there and I sit there and I get a little overwhelmed. I turn right around, I walk out. I'm like, not feeling it today.
Yep.
But mainly what I crave is that our children are just happy. Like every day I get up and thank God for them and their happiness and their love for each other. Ron's got 2 children. I have 3. They're all married or have a partner. And we have a new little grandson, which makes number 4. My oldest is going to be 21. My youngest was just born. And we're just so pleased that everybody is happy. They're
Right.
living a wonderful life and they're good to each other. So
You can't ask.
I crave that and just pray that it continues.
And
That's
I
the
have to
main
say,
thing.
one of the things I do crave, both my boys have lived in Manhattan forever. So I do have one that has moved back to Boston. And so we are going to actually be able to go in. We're going to go in on February and spend the day with him in Boston, see his place. But I do crave them sometimes,
Of course you do.
You know,
You're
because
a mother.
everybody-
I'd be concerned if she didn't.
because, and you get used to them. Okay, It is what they do. But then I have a brother who has 6 grandchildren who are local. So that, gets to be sometimes. But, he's just lucky that that happened to him. So I do crave my my boys,
Oh, of course. And mine are distant. I have one out
Yeah.
in Seattle, one in North Carolina, and my daughter's in Gardner, and Ron has a daughter in Vermont and a son in Maine, and we're in Connecticut, so everyone's in a different state.
Yeah.
That's why we bought a 5-bedroom farmhouse, even though one's my office and one's now my craft room. So I do have 2 bedrooms, and then we have another room that I have a pull-out couch. Oh, but anyway, the things we do.
I'm looking forward to those days, hopefully someday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Because being a teacher,
Right,
you were a
right.
teacher as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I volunteered one day at Mercy Mount in the art room. Perfect
Yes,
for
yes.
me. But being around the kids, I love that. See, so I need to have some.
That's wonderful.
I would love it.
I want to know what Ann
See,
is
that's a craving
craving.
for you.
It is a craving.
You want to know what I crave?
Yeah.
Okay, the last few days I've been craving sugar and cookies because I've been this carnivore keto person
Yeah.
for a year and a half, and I cheated a little at
It's okay.
Christmas.
It's all right.
and I just want, it's been so cold, and I just want comfort food,
Yeah.
Right.
I ordered pizza twice because I was just craving carbs. Craving carbs.
And sometimes you have to just do it.
Yeah.
I know,
You
but
just
I could just blimp out right away and get sick. So, I had a day of carbs, and the next day I was painting, and I got tired after 6 hours.
Yes.
Now, maybe that's normal for a 64-year-old woman, but when I don't do that, I could paint for 8 hours, So I don't know,
Oh.
what the deal is there, but
64 is not very old.
no, I know. But okay, but yesterday
Okay, but
my daughter called me, my other daughter that's
Yeah.
married, and I haven't seen her since Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good to just spend an hour and talk to her.
Yeah.
And I craved that. I just
Yeah.
craved that connection with her. She's so busy, and I just let her have her own life. But my other daughter's with me all the time. So, but I just craved that. So, yeah. It's,
Well, talking about that,
yeah.
like now, being my mother's age, and she had 4 kids, and I mean, we didn't always call her every week, but I can see where maybe we probably should have, but she was, we lived our own
gone.
lives. Yeah, she's gone. We lived our life, and so when I think of my boys, well, they're living their lives.
Right.
It's not that they totally forget about me, but they do have to live their lives, and I'm not central to their existence.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
but it's hard. It's
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes.
I called my mom. I call her every morning. We talk for an hour. And I called her today, and I was thinking of, that little boy Liam that was in the detention center and he got sick. He was very lethargic. When I was that age, I was sick. I got sick. I got the flu, and I couldn't stop throwing up. And I got lethargic, and I almost died. And my mom took me to the doctor. Well, called the doctor, and he didn't do anything. And then she insisted that she take me and that he see me. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And they rushed me to the hospital, and they had to put IVs in me because I was like this close to dying.
Gosh.
And my mom, I said to her, "Mom, can you imagine how different your life would be now if you hadn't pushed to get me to the doctor and I had died from dehydration?" And so I thought about that. I thought about how she would be mourning a child, and that would influence her whole life. And then
Exactly.
how my sister died a few years ago, which means my mother, would she be sitting out here all alone, without my father and without my sister, and I was thinking about that, and I don't remember why I started to talk about this. There was a reason.
Craving.
It was craving, but it's craving that relationship,
Exactly.
and talking to my mother every day. Yes,
Having the connections.
having that
Like
connection.
Lainey said, you having that tape, your grandmom.
Yes,
I would love to be able to just call my mother up just to hear her voice. She ended up changing her answering machine, and her voice wasn't on it, because I would have never changed that. I would have just, so you could hear a voice.
yeah.
And then I'm thinking all the things that, well, why didn't I take more videos? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I? It was certainly all available, but for some reason, I just never thought about it. Like, I just,
What are you going to do? Live your present life looking
yeah,
back at your old
I
videos?
mean,
living in the past?
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, it would have been nice
To hear her voice.
hear her
again.
voice.
I do have a
You know?
recording of my mom when she passed 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and she left me a message. I was supposed to go down and visit with her. She had passed from cancer, and she was starting to slow down and starting to not have the energy that she had. And I was going to come down and spend the day with her, and she called and left a message on my voicemail saying, I just can't do it today, Michelle. She says, I'm just going to spend the day in and out of bed. She says, but I hope you have a wonderful day. And it's like, here she is, She didn't live much longer after that. But I listened to that message.
Exactly.
And so happy that I have that.
Because most days, it's just like today, or when you feel like you have that need for some of that craving, then
Right.
you listen to it, and then you feel better.
So none of us craves antiques.
Apparently not.
It's becoming very apparent to me that
Why do we even talk about them?
All right, here's one the lady's gonna love.
Can't wait.
Romance beyond the obvious. Since it's Valentine's Day, what feels romantic to you now? Not when you were younger, but now.
Heart diamonds? No. Heart jewelry. When I was feeling down and on the couch, I just happened to go on eBay and got this vintage Tiffany's bracelet
Oh, look at you and your heart everywhere.
for a steal of $200. Because I don't like to pay a lot of money for jewelry, but I love jewelry. So I think now I crave heart jewelry.
Interesting.
And you have them in your ears too. Show
Yeah,
everybody.
I have heart earrings in, and my engagement ring was a heart diamond.
Wow.
I crave heart cupcakes. I just made Valentine cupcakes. I don't know. And heart clothing. I mean, I got to show everybody my skirt. Another eBay find. This is
You're buying your skirts on eBay.
yes. So this was Kate Spade, and it's got big heart pockets. And I thought I looked very sophisticated in it.
It's actually very cute.
It's very cute.
So, and Kate loved hearts, so they're all hearts on the buttons. Not that I can.
Isn't
show
Kate
it.
Spade what the princess wears in England? Doesn't she wear Kate Spade
I'm not sure, but she's probably trying to copy me.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
sure she is.
She wants to be like Lainey.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess that right now, anything with hearts on it for clothing and jewelry.
Okay.
So
That's what you think about.
That's what you think of romance? I thought you were going to say, because Tim laid with me on the couch and we watched Bridgerton together.
Oh, you want me to go deeper than the material things? Oh, this is a good. Has to be the question again.
All right,
please,
we'll
Ann.
come back to you. I don't.
And it was romance. It was, what do you think is romance?
Now versus when I was 15 with him. I guess him taking me away on a trip for Valentine's Day. That's very romantic. Just being him and I alone, or him just telling me something very sweet. When your husband or even your friend tells you something sweet, I don't care if it's just, I love those shoes, you smell good, your hair looks nice, just even lie to your friends.
lie.
I think that's what is different now from when I was very young. So I'm just craving that part. I think I'm in a different part of my relationship right now with my boyfriend Tim than I was, I guess, when I was a teenager.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking for cowboys. I've put it all out there. So so I guess it's the more the romance now than just the Valentine candy.
Yeah.
I don't get any candies on Valentine's. He waits till the next day, runs down to CVS. He gets them 50% off and runs in with the bag. Look what I got. Yeah, so we just say, we might do the dinner that night, but I get the candies the next day, and I'm like, I know they're coming, so I'm okay
you
with it.
extended a day, so that's a good thing.
And I keep thinking of this, and I need you to help me because it's just going over and over in my mind. Was it Lana's house that we were at? And she said it was the moment in time.
Yes.
We just, when that.
Oh, no. It was Kathy's. Kathy did the moment in time.
I'm telling you, I almost fell on the floor when Kathy said it to me. It hit me like a brick because everything that we're talking about today, something hit you that moment in time. And I love that saying. That's like my new saying, and I keep telling myself that. So this Valentine's Day, I'm gonna make a moment in time.
Wow. Cool.
So there you go, Alice.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
Alice.
I'm boring after that.
I know. Well, she took it.
I'm like, okay.
Sorry.
Like Lainey said.
I'm such
No.
a loser.
Well, I think that when you're young and you want to go out to dinner and you want to dress up and it's kind of more about that and and now it, like you said, if Wes surprises me unexpectedly, that's like a big deal thing. But it's more, we'll just maybe go out to dinner someplace, maybe earlier in the day, so you don't have to deal with the whole Valentine, where everybody goes out and it's crowded. Yeah. Maybe earlier, or just something simple or unexpected, like say he unexpectedly buys me some chocolates. That's kind of like, that's more, it doesn't, it's not, it's just the unexpected part of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be a special day. It's just something unexpected that day.
I could see him unexpectedly buying you
Yeah,
chocolates, but they're for him.
But I'll tell you, he has, not on Valentine's Day. One time he was at the jewelry store and he bought me like earrings. Like they were like a blue stone. I don't know. And I'm like, for nothing. Wow. Like, so that,
because he wanted you to have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because he, was there.
That's even extra special.
They were on sale.
Still.
They were really beautiful pair. And I was just like, who are you? Because
You better put those on this Valentine's Day.
And then like another time, well, for anniversary, I have to say I didn't really get him anything for our anniversary, but we don't do that. We just don't. And he went to the jewelers and he bought me an estate ring. It's really, really too big for me. But again, he was thinking, he knew that I loved antique jewelry and that whole, and then just came home with this little box, original box that it was in. I think I've worn it only once because it's really too big. But
Got the tiniest hands.
It was the those things, like what? Those are the unexpected things. Not necessarily happen on Valentine's Day. Yeah. That just like make me kind of speechless, which doesn't happen very often. So usually I'm like,
well, I mean, we got to hear the newlywed. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, this is all new.
Over and over in my head because I'm not the romantic type. I'm not one to be romantic where Ron is. And he's always shown his love for me by what he does and what he does for me. He brings me coffee in bed every single Saturday and Sunday, makes me breakfast every single Saturday and Sunday, makes dinner a lot, does the food shopping every single week. I was telling one of my clients that, she goes, well, what do you do? And I was like, that's a good question.
It makes you start thinking, like, you better step up your game, girlfriend.
Like, if I know if we're going to have company and I'll start cleaning the house, he'll just start cleaning what I'm not cleaning. Like, if I start cleaning the bath, we have 3 bathrooms. If I start cleaning one of the bathrooms, next thing I know, he's cleaning one of the other bathrooms.
A lot of the viewers aren't going to like you today.
I know. 18 years and he hasn't changed. I mean,
he sounds very sweet.
He really is. And I knew we started dating December 4th. We bought a house together in May. And I was afraid to tell my mother because even though my mother had met him and loved him, I was afraid to tell her that I just knew. Even my daughter will ask me, Mom, how did you know? I said, I just knew. I knew he was the one. I mean, it took me into my 40s to find the right one, but what we...
Sounds like he's worth waiting for.
Yes, absolutely.
What we do now for romance is playing Scrabble on the table by the fireplace.
I love that.
And playing rummy and cards and that to me.
You're hanging out together.
We're hanging out together.
Hanging out.
Nice.
You're probably laughing and talking.
Exactly.
And that's all you really need,
Yes.
right?
And he talks a lot. Like we'll drive to North Carolina without the radio on. Yeah, no radio all the way down to North Carolina and back. There are times where I'm like, oh my God, so I know if I open a book, he'll stop talking. So sometimes I'm just like, all right, so I'll open the book and I'll start nodding like he knows I'm not reading this book, but yet he will, like, even on the weekends sometimes he'll say, what do you want to do today? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I really need to do this, do that. And sometimes I'm sure he's not in any mood to do some of it, because sometimes he's on my list you got to fix this. So he'll say to me, do you want to go to the antique shop? I'm like, let's get in the car, let's go. That list is
he knows what you love.
Yeah. So I'll have to say he's more romantic than I am. And you remind me of my mom. My dad would walk in that door and she'd be all over him, hugging and kissing. We'd be running around the house, pulling the shades down because it would be nighttime. And I'm like, we didn't want our friends to see my mother kissing my father.
I'm not saying this on TV that I do this. I mean, but she's
she
visioning
adored
me
him.
doing this. I can't wait to hear what Anne's coming up with this romance. Cammie, you better leave the room for a couple minutes.
So this is interesting because Tom does the grocery shopping and he does the cooking. Although, since I've changed my food plan, we all kind of cook for ourselves, and it's like but he'll go to the grocery store. I'll say, oh, I'm out of cream, and he'll say, I'll get you some cream, which is really nice, because then I don't have to get the cream.
Nice.
But this is the funny thing about me. I don't need gifts, although I would love a surprise gift that I really love. Like, I love if someone goes and picks something out that really, I feel seen. And I think this is the thing for me. I need to feel seen and validated and valued. So for me, it's more, I'd rather have someone put their arm around me and say, tell me your deepest thoughts, and really listen to me and validate what I'm saying. That's all I want. To me, that's perfect.
Yeah. I think that's what we all want.
Yeah.
So it's not watching him split the wood out back.
I don't watch. I don't watch, lady. I'm not looking for a lumberjack.
Or a cowboy.
I still watch. I still look out the window and ponder.
You're newlywed.
18 years we've been together.
Well, finally tied the knot.
37 years here. 38. I don't even know. All right. This is the last question.
Okay.
And it's about creating as an act of care. So why do you think that making things like cooking, decorating your house, arranging things feels like care for your family, for yourself?
I'm not sure. I want everything to look nice. So when I've done a nice job decorating, I feel like I've given the best that I can give. This is the best it can look. Even at the Friendsgiving, I cared about the way the table looked more than what the food was going to taste like, because I don't know. That's the way I've always been. So I just want...
You're very visual, so...
Right. So I want, like, everything to be magical, I guess. And maybe I have this imagination that kind of runs with me. I probably have to rein it in a little bit. But, and then other breaths, I don't want to change who I am. That's how I got where I am right now, so don't ever change. So, I don't know if I answered that question completely, but...
Can you repeat that
Yeah,
question?
It's a hard one.
It's a tough one.
Fabulous, given for interpretation.
Yeah, so about decorating and why.
Why do you think making things, cooking, decorating, arranging things feels like care?
And it makes me feel good, so I guess I'm caring for myself. Because I'm caring what people perceive me and what I like. And it goes back to what makes you, when you step into that home, what makes you feel secure in it. Because you cared enough to handpick every item that's in that home. It's you, it's representing you.
Exactly.
That's all I got for you, Alice.
Read the question again.
No, seriously.
Well, I get caught up in ladies, and I'm like, where am I going?
Why do all the things you do in your home feel like care?
Well, I think everything I do in my home gives me a lot of pleasure. I'm very visual, but I also want all the surroundings for everybody that comes into the house, and my husband too, uh, to feel comfortable, to feel homey. And I get a lot of pleasure out of, well, just you when you've come over to do videos. Like one of my biggest pleasures is, I need to get special dishes. I want special
She gets
napkins.
excited.
I do. I get so excited. I'll even bake something, and it's usually good. And I just want it just like so and like so perfect. I don't know. I feel that it's, and some people you can do that for, and I don't know if it's so appreciated. And I don't do it to be appreciated, but when someone loves
Yes.
it,
Like
you
I
know
always-
that you're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're there.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is because I like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want my surroundings to be beautiful for the people that are going to be in my home and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always like to, especially at the holidays, go over and like above and do something. I don't know. I love to do something different each year. It's that teacher in me. I'm always trying to find that new fun thing that everybody will love. So it just brings me a lot of pleasure.
I like that answer, Alice.
Yeah. Well, I agree with both of you. I think the way I decorate and where we live is a big expression of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And who I am, I give a lot of credit to my mom and my dad, of course, but here we go. So, but I feel like my kids, I mean, back in the day, I couldn't afford to go antique shopping. When you're raising children,
No,
you're
absolutely.
buying clothing and shoes and things for them. But now we're at the point where we can splurge on ourselves. And my kids and Ron's kids will come over and almost be at awe. Like, sometimes I'll get going and Ron's kids, you can see the glaze go right over their eyes. I could just walk away and end the conversation and they wouldn't notice that I just stopped talking. Because you can see that, okay, I've had enough. But, like even my grandson who's 21 years old, like he'll ask me, Mimi, what was this for back in the day? And they're very interested. And my youngest one, who's my younger son who lives in North Carolina, he loves history. And he and I will talk quite a bit about it. Matter of fact, in May, we're going to Gettysburg, all of us together. But to me, and now with my grandchildren, I want to, like Ann sees the bedroom upstairs, I've got little books for the girls, little old, colonial day books, so that when she starts reading, she's 5 now, I want her to have the experience and the knowledge of what life was
Well, and
like.
you're sharing yourself with her.
Exactly. Yes. So for Christmas, my 21-year-old grandson got us a photo album, which is now coming back. I don't know if you all know, photo albums are coming back in style. And so he got us a photo album and printed out all kinds of pictures of our wedding, our new grandson being born. We had a big family reunion recently, pictures of that, 200 pictures. Put it all in this photo album. And the photo album almost looks like a book. And there's little frames on the front that you slide some of those pictures in. Well, it's black leather. And he said, I said, oh my God, of course, start crying. I said, Aiden, oh my God. He goes, I thought it looked kind of prim, Mimi, so I thought it would fit your house.
That's the cutest thing.
Yes. Yeah. So it's all that.
Yeah.
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 Well, jumping off the subject a little bit, talking about sharing yourself with grandchildren. My son Alan bought both of us, Wes, myself, little books, and one, tell me your story, Mom, and tell me your story, Dad. So you can physically write. There's questions and things as you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Write your memories.
that's
Yeah, write your
nice.
memories. And he goes,
Yes.
Mom, it would really be for me and Matt. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know.
That's
Oh,
sweet.
I know,
Yeah.
but to want to know,
Yeah.
know
you.
the history, yeah,
Right, and
want
well,
to know you,
I
and
keep
have
a-
it in writing,
Right, because I keep a journal that I bought several years ago when we bought our house in Gardner. When people come over to visit, when friends, family, come to visit, they probably hate me. I'll get the book out. Do you want to just write a little something about today?
Oh, no.
So, and it's so funny because they'll put drawings and they'll talk about something funny that happened that day, or just write why we're all here today, and
Yeah.
and it's
So
But
cute.
I mean, when we had that big thing at the house, for the history with Andy Davidoff,
Yep,
and we had
yep.
the British consulate and everything here, and she was brilliant enough to pick up the book, The Few, about Andy Davidoff, have everybody sign in it. She had me sign it, and I wrote her this whole nice thing, and then she gave me the book.
Oh.
So I have, hi Michelle, blah 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 blah, and that was so sweet because I was like, I wish I had thought of that, and so she gave me the book.
That's
like
wonderful.
that's so
well,
cool.
it's
And someday
meant to
you're going to be
here.
on Antique Roadshow, and it's going to be appraised for hundreds of thousands
Yeah,
of
right.
dollars.
Right. Well, yeah.
Well, she helped me, like the gentleman that lived in our house in 1860, Lemuel Bixby. I happened to find a print of him, and it's in a book somewhere. I don't know what book it's in, but it was on Ancestry.com, and his name is right under there. So I asked Anne, I said, can you put this print, it was only like this big. I said, can you put this print on a canvas for me? Well, she did her awesomeness. And I've got a picture of him in my living room in the parlor, the East parlor. And so we sit there at nighttime, and I'll look at him. I talk to him during the day, and I'm like, he used to sit in this room, and here he is hanging on my wall. So it's fascinating. And but that's, part of my mom did genealogy for years. So I've learned through her how to navigate and get around, and the research part and the footwork. And so I think I have from day one up until us who's lived in my home,
That's great.
which is amazing.
But from all of us talking all this time, I feel like there's like a lot of common things that come out. The friendships that we all have, how we love our homes, love our families, love sharing the memories, love making memories. The love of antiques too. But I think that's what's come out about how important our families are.
Right.
How important
And
the
more
people
so the
are that we
older we get,
love.
I feel,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Well, and most of all, I mean, this question hits home to me for you. I mean, you got a home decorating channel. This question's really for you. I mean, you love it more than anybody, I think, in this room to go up and beyond. So I can't wait for hear your answer here.
Well, I really think it's because I like to create a place where everyone feels they can be themselves and let it all hang out, and where your family can relax together. And even if you're alone, like painting this room black again, we'll just talk about that. I felt like
when she told me that, I was like,
I know.
wow.
All right, I didn't even tell her.
You gotta be in
it. You have to be in it to
Painted my
relax.
kitchen black. Yeah, but
And
what's really like,
but it's not dark and,
No, it's
and
not.
dreary. It really
no,
isn't.
it's very dramatic.
Yeah.
But I needed a hug, Lainey. I needed a hug, so I painted a hug.
Okay.
I needed to go. I am one of those people that will go to 4 restaurants in a night looking for just the right atmosphere and walk out because it's not hitting me. That atmosphere is everything to me.
Yes.
So I needed it to feel like an English or Irish pub in New York City that I can't go to every night, but it was right in my house and right available to me.
I love it.
So I started the channel to help other people feel like they have the freedom to make their house their home and their own. And I think I got lost along the way with this channel because I started with buying a cool house and just decorating it. And then I started with how do I make this more colonial? What's correct? What's not correct? What antiques fit, what don't. And then I was like, okay, what do I need to paint the walls? And what color? What do I need to, how does it need to look? And then you start looking at everybody else's stuff. And then you start doing that. And then one day, and it was kind of last year, but kind of this year, I was like, no, I don't care if there's not another colonial house that painted their kitchen solid black. I want to paint it black.
Do what
Yeah.
you want to
What
do.
you want.
Yeah.
And I did that to the room next door. That is a transition room where you're always walking through. You're walking through the wood, the groceries, everything. And I was always bumping into all the furniture, and I was trying to make that room that perfect family room, right? And it just didn't work because it was too narrow. It was a hallway. And so one day I'm like, I'm taking everything out. I'm pushing the couches against the walls, and I love it. It's like this this beautiful hallway that's this breath of fresh
And
air.
maybe that's how it was used back then.
Maybe, who knows? But I can still turn on the TV. Like, you don't need to have this room like this when you watch TV,
I
because
agree.
you're looking at the TV.
It's nice. You're home a lot. You just said that.
Yeah.
And I think when you're in that space a lot, you need to change.
Yes.
And that's what you were just going through.
Yes. So I have I painted the hallway, the transition room. I painted the dining room right at Christmas, like the day before my family came over. I painted this right at Christmas, and then I just painted the other kitchen, and I'm in the middle of trying to find my way through that. But yeah, I do that because it is an act of caring for my family. And it's an act of caring for all my viewers. Like, it's like when I do it, I want to share it with everybody.
Right.
And once in a while, I feel like that's a lot of pressure. It's not 3 people coming in your house and commenting. It's thousands and thousands of people with opinions, right? Most are very, very kind,
Right.
But so sometimes I want to keep it for myself because it is an act of caring for me. But other times I want to share it.
What you do also, what the words that I can put in is, it takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there, to open yourself up.
Yes, it
Not
does.
just to your friends, but like you just said, thousands of people.
Yeah.
I can say, well, I've been on this journey with you and I've done some fun things, but I can also say, I'm just a guest. I love that. I'm a guest here on this channel today. So it takes
That's
the pressure
true.
off
That's
me.
true.
And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really, in my mind, I can pretend no one's even watching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can turn it on and off. You have really opened yourself up. And it's amazing how many people have come back and thanked you for that.
Yes.
That you've touched so many people's hearts.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
yeah.
And I think that comes full circle with all the questions and everything we've talked about. Sometimes, true confessions, I'm doing this alone in my house so much, like when I can do it with you guys, it's a good time for me,
Yeah.
right? But so much of it is a solo thing. Me talking to a camera, me sitting in front of a computer editing, me adding this and that, and me imagining it, and then getting comments. But comments they're great to get. I love them. But it's not like having someone in front of you talking about it and seeing how it changes
Exactly.
it. So like when we have the meet and greets, that's always really fun because you see people that are like really excited.
Right.
Or you go to the Walker Homestead and people are like, oh my God, Ann Clay, oh. Because it feels so solitary, what I do. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So you can watch it and feel a connection, but when you do it, I don't feel a connection because I have a camera.
Yeah.
It's a camera.
You
We're
and I have
looking
talked
at a
about this a
camera.
lot when we've done the tours recently,
Right.
how you feel like it takes pressure off of you.
So much pressure off
That
of me.
you can see it, but someone else is asking the question.
Yes, that helps
Yeah.
I'm just the buffer.
No, well,
I was just talking to Ron about that last night. I
Yeah.
like how you two work together when you're doing a home tour, because like as you are filming, it's hard for you you're focusing on what you're filming. If,
Yeah.
am I going too fast? And trying to listen to the homeowner what she's telling you at the same time. You're trying to consider, your quality
I'm
of
framing the
Yeah.
object and don't whip people around and make them dizzy and yeah.
like I did. And come here.
I know. 'Cause when we started, remember, like, I remember both of you guys, you'd be talking to me
Yeah.
to the camera and you'd look at the thing behind me.
Right,
And then I'm like, and then I had to say to both of you, don't talk to the thing behind me, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay. It's taking
Gotten in
us
trouble
years.
for doing a lot.
We've
Yeah.
come a long
Yeah.
way.
We've all gotten in the
Yeah.
flow, but no, it's hard.
It is.
But it's so
is.
funny to look back
Mm-hmm.
those many years
Yeah.
and like I didn't know you. Then I knew you. Then Ann. And then eventually Michelle. And then it's
Here we
funny
are.
to look
Yeah.
back.
And how each one of us
Yeah.
got here.
It's just funny to
Right.
look back that many
Yeah.
years. I mean, I knew Ann and I had some sort of connection when she bought my piece of furniture that, unbeknownst to me, I knew we were connected. Some people you meet, you're connected. You just know.
Mm-hmm.
You just know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But, you know, I remember when we all first started, we didn't know each other that well.
No.
We knew each other on a much more surface level.
Right.
And I remember I had a really good friend come up to me and she goes, I'm so jealous of your friendships. You know, and I said, well, I really love these people, but we don't hang out outside of this, right? You know?
We text a
and I
lot
said, I
sometimes,
think we're great, but we're not like, you know, like I knew that girl went to school with me my whole life, you know?
Yeah.
And she was disappointed. But it's funny because she felt like, you know,
Like we would like all
Yeah,
live
she
near
could
each
feel
other.
the
and hung out.
she could feel the connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now I can honestly say that connection is there. You know, like if I have a problem, I can call you guys up and say,
Yeah.
and it could have nothing to do with the channel
Absolutely.
or anything.
Yep.
You know?
Yes.
Yep.
And so that's neat how relationships develop.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And that takes time.
Yeah, it does. It takes time.
It didn't happen overnight.
No.
Like, look at me texting Alice right away. I don't know, Lainey. Next week I might be texting you. Well, whose video was it that you just recently did? And she said, I think I'm going to buy that corner mustard cabinet out of your store. I just bought that.
Yes.
I was going to write in the comments, sorry, it's gone.
Oh my
I saw
goodness.
the video and I'm like, oh, that poor woman. I said, because I went in just recently to pick up my stuff from the live. And I'm walking around. I'm so excited. And when I saw that corner cabinet, of course, every corner in my house has a beam. Except for what I thought was one corner in my bathroom. I said, this will look so nice in my downstairs bathroom when you first walk in the back door.
Do you have a beam?
Is there a beam there? I'm like, I walk in the door and I'm like, I almost dropped the thing. Oh my God. I'm like,
Oh no.
well, it's in my bathroom, on the floor, next to my sink, and I have a well pump on top of it. Well, that corner doesn't have a beam
Okay.
because it's an indoor corner.
Yep. We talked about that. I said it could go up on a table too.
I couldn't put it on the table because the sink is there.
Okay.
But I said, oh my
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I'm going to send you a picture of it.
Okay.
I absolutely love it.
Oh no, she's got my number.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yeah. Just,
Uh-oh.
No,
First thing in the morning, but
it was all fun though. It's so I love it. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Oh, what about?
And she was so
And I was like, oh.
knowledgeable and honest with me, which
She's
is
very
what I
smart.
appreciate.
Yeah,
that's why I hang around with
I
her.
do want to be
Yes.
honest.
Yes.
And if I don't
You are.
know, I don't know.
Yes.
You know, but I guess it's the passion that we all have. So it's
right.
easy to, when you ask the questions, it's easy to like, tell you, what about this? And oh, look at that. It's just easy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Atlas is what I call true. It's you get what you see. This is the real her.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
she just takes my bull a lot.
Well, you both
especially
compliment
during
each
the
other.
lives. She just lets me do what I want.
I go, this is Lainey's show. I'm just, here having a good time. Selling
Yes, chef.
stuff.
Yes, chef.
and-
Yeah.
Yes,
You can
chef.
tell you both have relaxed quite a
Oh.
bit since the early. I don't know how many years you've been doing this. A lot of
the
years.
the early ones were a little rough.
The first few that we did, we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, they were rough.
People still loved it
Yeah.
because there's nothing out there like this.
But now we got it down to a science.
Yeah, we add a little fun to it, and
We do. We do.
So you never know what's coming around the corner.
No,
No.
and she gets me every time, right? With these glasses of hers, right? I should know by now that, when she's off in that room and I'm doing my thing and I just randomly look at it, just cracks me up. She's just standing there with the Valentine glasses on. It's just so funny.
Sometimes I break out the sunscreen,
and
the nice Hawaiian sunscreen, because you gotta feel it and smell it.
And you'd think I'd know. You'd think I'd be ready, but no, I never am.
I did have a lot of customers calling who viewed that night and said, we were just waiting for Alice's chef hat just to fall on her face. And
Because it was coming down.
I should have tightened it up.
And I go, oh, look at Lainey's. Hers is like nice, and mine just.
I wonder because all of a sudden it was gone. I was like,
I know because it would have been over my eye.
It was bothering her. I'll get smaller ones next year.
Yeah. Or I'll
So
put
which-
a couple of bobby pins or something.
I'm sorry, Alice. Which one of your daughters is more like you?
Oh, they could be watching. That's a tough question.
You can answer.
Decorating wise would be Samantha.
Okay.
So,
So which one has that adorable house?
I think they're both
They're
adorable.
both adorable.
But when they both live in the town of Mendon
Okay.
with pumpkins.
The more recent home.
So that's Samantha.
That's Samantha. Okay.
Yeah, she's the one with the 2 grandchildren.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and Becca doesn't have any children. She's got a new rescue dog. That's
I
half
would,
Great
I would,
Dane.
I would,
Yeah.
Yes,
I would
that's
have to
right,
say
her
Samantha
house.
probably decorates more like
Samantha
you.
is
She did a great job
on the hunt.
She did a great job.
Yeah,
she
and
did.
she's always on the hunt trying to find things either
Yeah.
for bumpkins or herself.
Uh-huh.
She just visited a new store, District V, and she came back and told me all about it. So now, of course, I got to venture
Well, you know who's,
and go
who's
there
in
with
there?
her.
Sandy. Remember
Okay,
Sandy?
yep. So I said, I'll go with you. And she's always looking for me, whether it's an auction. So, but people asked her a couple weeks ago, so when are you taking over the store for your mom? And she goes, I'm not. Like, this is my mom's dream still. And, but I think she likes part of it. She likes certain aspects of it. There's a lot that goes on behind running a store that, we only see the fun part of it sometimes that they've seen. I mean, we're hitting our 20th year. I've dragged this kid along for a long time, doing this with me. And, so I think that she gets to enjoy the parts that she wants to. I wish I could have her more in the store. So when people come in, I mean, she's great with customers. And so, in the decorating part, I feel like in that aspect, I'm closer with Sam to the decorating. Becca, I might have to put 5 items in, and she's not sure if she loves it until a friend comes in and goes, "That's great! Yeah, I know, huh?" And then I'm okay because I found something that's acceptable to her and her friends. So she's just at a different point in her life right now. She's more what I call fast paced, and
I think both daughters have parts of you. Like Sam has your really sweetness and decorating style. Becca has, she has spunk. Vice.
Becca's going to tell you just the way it is, whether you want to hear it or not. Sometimes we butt heads about it, but Becca loves to go shopping with me, and she's still just growing as a person. And
So
and
she's younger?
Yes, Becca's younger. So Beck's 26, and so she's just finding out what she loves in life, and. But I'm very close to both girls. I was with Becca for dinner last night. They've already called 2 or 3 times today. Wow. Sometimes I think we're too close. There's no secrets in our family. They know everything about everyone, and what I call the originals. And then the grandchildren are a stem off of that. And then you got your friends and relatives after that. But the originals will be traveling together. Maybe we're going to kill each other. I don't know. But we are going to spend some family time.
That'll be so fun.
But I'm hoping I'm explaining it right. But they have completely different personalities. And we've had we could fight. But then the next day when something goes wrong, boom, we're right back together. So we're called the Four Corner Family.
Cool.
So, and you can't have a square if one of the corners is gone. Cool. And one of our other saying is Ohana. No one gets left behind. It's from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
We've been using that saying since the kids have been maybe 5 and 10. And that's the Tebow, sorry, that's my last name. Just told everybody. That's our motto, that it's something so simple. But no matter what, no one gets left behind.
Yeah. Wow.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. And I just
thank you guys so much for doing this, Anne.
Fun.
Yeah.
So looking forward to
fun.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we're gonna have to turn off the camera because we have to eat. Because you know what? This is what happens when women get together. We don't eat, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
starving. So we'll turn off the camera and all. But happy Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
thank you for being with us. Oh, I've had so much
For
fun.
being with us. We had a great time.
I love the questions, Anne, this
Yeah,
time.
the questions were good.
Yes.
Good. It
Good.
was fun.
We had
It felt like
we had to think.
Yeah.
We did some deep thinking.
Yeah, and we had to do some soul searching.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, which is good for us.
It's
Yes,
good for us.
it's good.
We're not all fun. I mean, but we are.
Okay.
Okay, if you made it all the way to the end of this video without skipping through, you are a true bona fide super fan and a member of the Hearth Circle, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon.